Hey guys, today I am finally doing my labor and delivery story. Finally, I know. My son is already 6 months, so it's kind of long overdue. At least he's not a year, because that's kind of crazy. So I'm just gonna get started because I know if I didn't do this video today, I would never be able to put it up. My husband is off today, so he's watching my son. If my husband wasn't here, it'd kind of be hard to film this video because he gets kind of fussy sometimes when I film or if I'm editing my videos. So thank God that my husband is here so I can put this video up for you guys, and I want to share my labor and delivery story. So I just gonna start. We're talking about 6 months ago, and my memory is not so good, like, at all. So it was September 10th, 2014. I was scheduled to get induced that day at 5 in the morning. So we went, they induced me, and I went there and I was already 1 centimeter. Just one, it's not much, if you really think about it. And I thought that I was, progressing because I was 1 centimeter, but, yeah, it was September 10th, and it was 5 in the morning, and basically all day till like 6 o'clock, maybe a little earlier. Let's say 4 o'clock. They decided to turn it off because too much of the Pitocin, and, we're just putting the baby in a lot of stress. So they took it off, and they said, you could sleep here, and we'll try again at 5 in the morning and see if this works again. So they tried it again that whole day. I think they turned it off again around 5 o'clock again. And I think I dilated to a 2.5. So literally I wasn't getting nowhere. My son did not want to be born that day. And his due date was September 12th. And that is my husband's dad's birthday. And let's just say they're not he's not the perfect dad. So a lot of people in his family didn't want, him to be born that day, but I honestly didn't care. It was the birth of my son. That's all that matters to me. I don't care about whose birthday it was. It's my son's birthday, but yeah, September 10th, September 12th, induced both those days. He did not want to come. So the next day I was just scheduled for a little checkup just to see if the baby was stressed, just to see how the baby's doing, because that's a lot of medicine put into your body, and your baby gets stressed out and stuff like that. So they just wanted to make sure that he was okay, and he was a little champ. And my aunt is a labor and delivery nurse, not like my blood aunt, but my aunt's husband's sister, but they were together since I was like 1 year old. So basically I just call her my aunt. She is a labor and delivery nurse, and she was there that day, and she really, really wanted to be there. And I was honestly already drained from thinking I'm going to have my kid for the past 2 days, and I haven't had him, and I just want to meet him, and I'm tired physically and mentally because I feel like I'm going to meet him that day, and I get so excited, and I don't, so it was very stressful for me, and I know it was very stressful for my baby too. So she went to talk to the doctor, and kind of like pushed him to let me have him, on his due date, and just basically telling him that I've been having a very hard time these past few days, trying to have him, and I don't have him. So he finally said yes. So first thing he did was break my water, and then they did go ahead and waited after like 5 minutes after he broke my water and gave me the Pitocin again. So they did induce me again, but this time it wasn't on 20 because every like 10, 15 minutes, they, crank it up. From 1, it goes to like 2 and then 4 or something like that. But after he broke my water and then they put the Pitocin on, after that one dose, like literally it wasn't even 5 minutes, I was having contractions, really, really hard contractions. And they were like humming. So I knew that it was the day that I was going to have him, because the past days before that, I was only getting like cramping pains, like if I was on my period, and I was hoping that that would be contractions, but sadly it wasn't. But on September 12th, that's when I really got those contractions hard, and I knew I was going to have him, and I was very, very scared. Because it's my first time. I've never went through this. I hope that everything went well, and, everything was going to be okay. So I was kind of like having a little panic attack, and it was very scary, but I was just trying to keep calm. I had my mom, my husband, my dad, and my cousin was there. But my husband and my mom were there most of the time, and it was around 12 o'clock. So I started getting those contractions around 12, and after, I think I was still on that Pitocin that whole time, but it was only on like a 2 or a 3. And when he checked me around, what was it, 3 or 4 o'clock, I was a 5. No, it was around 5 o'clock, I was a 5. And they were really, really, really strong for those, like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It was super, super strong. I could not take it anymore. I couldn't move from my bed. I was holding my husband's hand and squeezing it and crying. Like every second, I felt like I was getting those contractions back to back to back. And it was so painful, and I tried my hardest to not get the epidural, but I said, I've been in so much pain, I'm gonna get it. So I got it. I felt a little better. It felt good for the first 20 minutes, and honestly after that it started to wear off, and I felt like literally me opening. Like that whole hour I was having contractions back to back to back, and by the next time he checked me, I was a 9+, and I knew that whole time that I was contracting because I was in so much pain, like literally so much pain, where I was crying and I couldn't like breathe, but I had to, that's why you have to look up information or take classes on how to, breathe, and because when you get that, you just want to like tighten up, but that's how I was, and I feel like I'm making this story so like confusing. So I was a 9+ around 10 o'clock, and he started to get the stuff ready, and after that it was around 11, and it was time to start pushing. No, it was around like 10:45. So it was time to start pushing, and the epidural was there still because there was a lot of pressure and I couldn't feel anything. So when they were telling me to push, my mom was just like, push, you gotta push harder, you gotta push harder. And I was just like, don't tell me. You don't know how. It was like very, very hard for me to do it because I couldn't feel anything. So I just told them, can they take out the epidural, because I'm honestly not feeling anything. I can't push, or I can't feel that I'm having a contraction anymore, so I can't push when you're telling me to push. Literally I was trying, and I was like pushing the wrong way and not pushing where he was. My baby's crying. So after they took it out, like a minute later, I started to feel them, and I think it took about like 10 pushes. So around 11:10, I had him. unfortunately, since I had group B strep, he did come out with a fever, and I was running a fever also. I wasn't able to like have him skin to skin right away, so they had to take him, clean him off, take his temperature and do whatever like they have to do. And after that, like after I pushed him out, is when it hurt the most, like really really bad. I was crying and I wanted to see him, and it was so painful, and I had to push the placenta out. And I feel like that was the worst feeling, like the worst pain than the contractions, like after the fact. And when they had to push on my stomach, and whew, that was so painful. But my husband did get skin to skin. I was so jealous, but I was happy that they did get to have that time together. But I really really wanted to just hold him right after I had him and just have him on my chest. But I didn't get to hold him until like 12:30, because it took him like 30 minutes to stitch me up. I think I had like a second degree, almost third degree tear, so it took a while. And because I was in so much pain, I like felt like I had to move around, but he wouldn't let me because he was in the middle of stitching me up. So yeah, after they gave me, I didn't want to hold him when I was in that so much pain, because I literally couldn't, like, I wasn't comfortable enough where I didn't feel safe enough to hold him. I didn't want anything to happen, so around 12:30 is when, my medicine, like morphine or something, I think it was, took the pain away, so I was able to walk to the bathroom and be able to like pick him up. So the first time I held him was the most amazing feeling ever, guys. Like, my life before him was a roller coaster. I didn't think that once you had your child in your arms, it would change your life around, like, insanely, like, change it around just by that first sight that you look at them. Like, I don't want to cry. I just told myself I wasn't going to cry. But, when I held him and looked at him, it was just pure innocence and, like, love. Like, pure love. Like, I felt so amazing, and I was so happy that he was finally here. The wait was over, and it might have not been the most beautiful labor experience, but all that pain and all that confusion and stress went away once I looked into his eyes, and once I held him for the first time. Like, I didn't care if I was in so much pain, or it took a while. Once I held him, it just, I don't want to cry. But once I held him, it just, honestly, guys, changed my whole life. So, and we named him Aiden Walter. The reason why we named him Aiden is just because we really loved the name. When we were looking at boy names, I think I was like 4 months pregnant, and we literally went through all the names in the boy name area, and the one that really stood out to us that we loved was Aiden. And I already knew that I wanted to name his middle name Walter because of my uncle who passed away. It's gonna be 3 years this year, and he meant a lot to me, and I really really wish he could have met my baby boy. But I know that he is here with us in spirit, so that's a reason why I wanted a piece of him in my son, because I know that he would have loved him. And I love how the name flows, and it has some meaning behind it. So yeah, I know that the labor and delivery story was kind of like off. Like I said, I didn't have a magical labor and delivery, but not all of them are. I just wanted to put that out there because, if you are pregnant right now, it's your first time, I don't want to make you feel bad or like scare you, but I just want to let you guys know that if you are pregnant with your first baby, just don't expect it to be a fairy tale or, go as planned, but always keep calm and, what else? Just keep calm for you and your baby especially, and everything is going to be okay. Even if it's not the perfect labor and delivery, you still have your baby with you. There's always complications, but in the end, everything is going to be okay. And like now, my labor and delivery wasn't so perfect, but at the end, I have a precious 6-month chunky baby boy, and my life is amazing with him. I could not imagine my life without him. He is my heart. He's my soul. He is my pride and joy. Like, I really could not imagine my life without him. But I'm just gonna end this video here because I don't want to get like super mushy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I wanted to let you guys know that there are more videos coming. I'm going to be doing a what's in my diaper bag, Aiden's a 5-month update, and what else? Apartment tour. So keep an eye out for. Guys, I talk too much, so I kind of like stutter. But keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. So I definitely wanted to end this video with him in it. This is, you have seen him in my channel, but if you're new to my channel, this is Aiden Walter. Yes. He is not 8 pounds, 9 ounces anymore. Yeah, he's so chunky. But yeah, my son. Love you, Bobby. Say hi. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTubes. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Okay. Say hey, guys. Say, Mommy gonna have me in the video. 'Cause I'm the